My name is Kristin Lunkley. I am a wife, a mother of twins, and an ER nurse. I had to grow up very fast. I was pretty angry. I didn't really know how to deal with the emotions of the things that had happened in my life and kind of went off the deep end. At some point, I wanted to get my life together and decided I was going to move to Florida and start school and do that whole thing. When I got there, I met this girl who kind of changed the path of my life and got me into the Coast Guard. Through the Coast Guard is where I met my husband. About a year after we got married, we started trying to have kids. Within the first year, we got pregnant, and I ended up in the emergency room with needing emergency surgery for an ectopic pregnancy. And after that, the realization of I'm never gonna have kids the normal way kind of hit me hard. There was a lot of anger associated. It was more of why me? With my childhood, I stopped believing in God because I didn't understand how somebody or how he could allow the things that happen to me. And the anger just kept getting fueled because there was more pregnancies lost. And it took us 6 years. Got pregnant with my twins, and about 6 weeks into it, I had to go to the emergency room. And I was pretty sure we were gonna lose these babies too. And there was a lot of praying and begging and bargaining with God. And I told him, if you just let me have these babies, I will do anything you want me to. It was a hard pregnancy throughout the whole thing, but they were okay. I told my husband, I'm like, look, I kind of made a big promise, and I want to kind of follow through with it. So we started looking for churches, and we found North Point. And the thing about North Point that kind of stood out to me was you guys talked about what you were for rather than what you were against. And that is something that I believe strongly in after all the life I had lived. And over time, I felt the fears and anxieties that I had carried with me start to lift away. And gradually, I felt pulled to become a follower of Christ. And I've never felt so safe in my life. And there's no going back after that. I 100% believe that he's been walking with me the entire time to get me where I'm at. So I'd like to thank my husband, especially now in my journey. He's definitely been like a rock. And I especially want to thank my sister, who is going to be baptizing me today. She's just going to be a person in my life that just helps keep me on a good path. And so having her baptize me is really special to me.
For you, have you asked Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior and to put your trust and faith in him? I baptize you, my sister, in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, buried in his likeness of his death and raised to walk in newness of life.